Just fury of fisticuffs comes to an end. Vinny and Fur at the front of this push. 3 players in from balcony. Hooksy's just going to tuck inside of the pit. That's going to allow for 1 to cross towards site, but Hooksy 2 kills before Fur gets his double, and it's a 1v1 to kick off this first map. Still time, of course, for Fur to get back that bomb. A top 5 rated player at the legend stage of the major. Isn't that incredible? This is such a throwback from Fur, and now he's looking to keep it ice cold versus Nikados.
Oh, they exchange glances.
He'll be on high alert and ready for it. Who hits the shot? A little bit of damage each way. They come back. Bomb still ticking. Fur left and right. And it's Nikados to kiss him goodnight. CPA
To the site, Nikados under balcony. He's got the M4.
Look at these ones layered. Roy ready. Ooh, Nikados the first kill. Roy, tons of damage here. And Zyphon gets that balcony frag. So this just goes perfectly for Copenhagen Flames until Fallen shows up with a double kill of his own. Now 36 health for him. Bolt's a measly 6. The clock only has 7. And for that reason, Bomb gets stopped by Zyphon. 3 kills for him. That first down to 70. Prime those A1Ss for a single bullet kill. It's a good place to be in. You know, Fur has really been that outlier, that standout performance from Imperial. We look at Copenhagen Flames, it's a 5-man core sometimes. Maybe we say 4 and round up, but Roy rounds down 2 players. Top of middle pushed and top of middle held. A little bit late on that balcony play. Fallen goes down after the solo kill, and Vinny only in with a single from Boiler. So 3 strong for Copenhagen Flames, 4 rounds. Or the last chance for Copenhagen Flames. Gets into the corner. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
We saw a flash of that in the last round. Vinny with 2 kills towards B again, but they know Hooksy's here because he's doing a ton of damage. 3 kills from Vinny. And we've all heard the tales of Inferno. If he gives us 5 frags in back-to-back rounds like that, just quick and easy towards that B site, then there is a little life here. 5 in a row for the Copenhagen Flames CT side, but Imperial have busted their way through, and Zyphon's gonna bust up FNX and Fur to at least rack up some cost here. Nothing's free in this one.
Yeah, I think the hunt will be ended right there. That was an opportunity to stop the 2 CTs and in the next round, but Flames have enough money to buy anyways. Imperial know that. What's important is that they won this round without barely any trouble. I mean, they leaned completely on Vinny, and when we talk about Inferno, we talk about CT side when he's playing on Banana. He's coming late into Cubby, and that smoke is up too.
Now Roy is still on short, so maybe he peeks out to trade. Maybe he can save this. He's got 1. Vinny right there, but that's the trade back for Imperial. 4 versus 2. We have Zyphon inside of the pit. Last time he gave us a multi-kill on this A-hold. And he is just hoping that Hooksy can come over, gets the second as he tears down FNX from that balcony, and a quick redirection here from Imperial. They sprint towards that B site, which is wide open for the taking.
Yeah, they pulled it. They got that Hooksy coming through the arch smoke. The moto smoke came down. Now they've got to run it back. And I mean, the odds changed so dramatically now that this site is open. I mean, they've literally got an op in this post plant and the bomb down in a free site. It's going to be very hard for Copenhagen to get away with some kind of sneaky rotation. I mean, everything is going to be watched.
They're going to have to be cautious as they arrive. Smoke soon to fade. Fallen deep on new box. Bolts holding on the coffins. That 1 flash that the CTs had has been thrown. It's straight up guns in the 2v2 and a critical conversion for Imperial to close. This was very quickly moved over to the B site. Zyphon, that's sharp, and Bolts, he goes down. Zyphon picks up the 4K with time for the defuse. A 12-1 start for Zyphon.
Oh, man, and that's the guy we talk about. Imperials, they're so good at sensing danger. If they feel like they've done enough work, they are really good at avoiding the more heavily stacked site. There's so much noise being made at quad. I'm not sure if any of that can be heard. But it looks like they are gearing up to put in the full B hit. With a boost on quad, and Nikados opens up.
Already valuable on that rotate. Hooksy decides to play a position that leaves him smoked off, but rock solid hold here from the Flames.
Man, I think they trust Zyphon. You know, with what we just saw that last round over on A, they make a good stack here. They put Nikados in the perfect spot. Could have been in a rotator position at CT spawn. Fallen goes down. Starting the 2A setup. I'm not sure if that barrel was spotted. Fur will take one out in mid. That's a freebie.
Got man advantage. Imperial with something to work with. Jabby, nice off angle here. Oh, he gets fully blinded. Vinny comes through. Good fight for him. And now Hooksy tries to retreat. Falls back on 37 HP. Nikadon's coming in to try and help, but now he has to hold it on his own. Zyphon, same case towards Arch. Missed shot. Vinny chases right through that smoke. He's hunting, and he's got him pinned to the side of construction. A second round for Imperial's T side at the very least.
Hey, they're not overthinking it either. They're keeping it simple. That was just, you know, first kill in the ult. Seeing that Flames want to try to equalize, holding down the B pressure. They pop through it. It's perfect. They have Yabby waiting for them to do that play, but he's not ready for the flash whatsoever. Hooksy gets disjointed, and I think that's why we've seen so much attention from Imperial over on Banana. And it's trying to expose this flawed Copenhagen Flames, who have clearly done a lot to improve on this half of the map and still have some growing pains. That was a spot where even Hooksy thought, I could re-aggress, because normally a team will take that frag. They're up 4-3 at that point.
Bomb site on a critical juncture as well. Imperial gonna fight for that third. They almost line up for him. Bolt
10
and
seconds
Fur
to actually get the plant off, and they're worried about a second player. No CT smoke as well, but they get the kill.
Vinny's cover is great. They need to get that bomb in. Roy's gonna take down 2. Still Bolt's 22 health. Hooksy gets his closest support, but we still have FNX in the back, and Bolts goes in. 2 versus 2. Zyphon and Nikadaz on the rotate. And anytime that Zyphon's around, anytime that he's still alive, it feels like it is winnable. Nikadaz has had a tendency to get here just in time. Find impact with it. Front sight smoke, Bolts down, deep smoke as well for the T side. So they're just trying to circumvent the threats of sight, get through construction, but are they doing this with enough time? There's 20 seconds, even less. Nikadaz hears this. They're starting to wrap around. Vinny goes over. Only 12 seconds now. Hooksy empty-handed, still focusing on that backside. Yabby comes out. Nikadaz plucks a second off the site. Fur trying to plant. His head popped, but the bomb's still down. Does it matter? No. Flash around the corner.
They
First
take out
kills
the B
was
guy.
Bolts.
Boy, that's Nikadaz on the op. I mean, they could easily pull out a mid on this one.
You see Hooksy double back. Molotov on the feet of Yabby. He still takes somebody with him. Frag from Vinny.
Sticking with the initial plan.
2 CTs on the crossfire. Roy a little bit deeper. Flash goes onto the pit player. He falls down a step. Zyphon alive, still behind the smokes. In with the kill versus FNX, and Vinny spammed down to the end. A third. Another fight on Banana. Ooh, Nikadaz opens up. He's gonna get himself a second kill. Clean entries towards that B site. We do still have Vinny within the bomb site. FNX confirmed to be at the base of mid. And the T side split 2-2.
Yeah, bomb is going, you know, towards one of the 2 CTs. Vinny's up to bat.
He's playing fast. Nikadaz hops into the back of the site.
A shot but no kill. Oh, the first one goes down. Nikadaz
Nice
has
clip.
been worked on, and there's a headshot in for Vinny. 2-on-2.
And if there's been anybody here for Imperial to put up some sort of a fight, it is Vinny. He's got 2 more ahead of him. His support and FNX already wrap back around the CT spawn. Roy just needs to hold this push up, and Vinny, no, nothing more. It falls to FNX. Looking for the clutch, but a double peek, and Roy, everything comes to a halt.
First nades come in, and honestly, if we look at the mini-map, you know, FNX joining now is really key, but he goes down. There's 1 in the site. Vinny in cold alone in the dark. At least has the element of surprise for just a second, but there might just be too many T's coming.
Man, they're climbing out the windows. Bolts is getting ever closer. Yabby on the stairs, of course, so very safe, and everybody else just beyond this angle. Bolt's about to make contact. Yabby ends him. Flank called. And the play halts, immediately going back the other direction.
Such a big find. Yeah, at that point, if there's no one else in mid, they're not going to have rotated separately through spawn. So Vinny will try. A last chance here. Zyphon gets tagged down, but Vinny dies. Fur alone, 1v4.
Look at this, man. Fur.
I mean,
good luck.
Yeah, he's got the FAMAS. He's going
hunted.
back, and he thinks they're running back to the other side.
It's the right idea. Right idea to at least catch that second kill. It puts himself in something of a situation, but now he's going to know it's not A.
It's not even A.
Oh, Dyer straight ahead, but what a performance from Copenhagen Flames. What a dominant run here on Inferno. An impenetrable CT side, and while there were questions around Imperial this entire time at the Major, from challengers to legends to now, there was also this question of can Copenhagen Flames play Inferno? CT side that put up tonight. Fur continues to hunt these kills inside of the B site, but they're going to put a bag over his head in a moment's notice. He taps it. The knives are out. He'll stop that one. It's called respect, but it also comes to an end.
Damn.
6. Turn the tables, turn the tide, and upset history, because there's a ton of history against them in this Imperial lineup. Bolts up close. 2 taps into the Copenhagen Flames. And we have Hooksy and Nikodas still trying to get this split underway. Patience is a virtue. And with the 2v4 turned back to the even keel, they try to tuck, they try to run,
Chase
they try
his
to
ass
sprint.
down.
And Fallen is going to go all the way around. Hooksy, he has to stop, he has to fight, and he gets 1 kill already, a second, with what feels...
Seeing all this exposed drywall. Pylons everywhere. It's like, what's even the point of this?
His first kill. Oh, Nikodas sharp as ever. And this is no B split. They start to run it back. Zyphon will be killed by FNX. And then Vinny finds Nikodas in that elevator lurk. So the misdirection becomes a misstep. And where the hell is this bomb? Top mid? Hooksy's going to try to go grab it. There are no eyes on it. Mac 10 to the Galil. Decent upgrade, but remember, it's 16 health here for Hooksy. Not ideal. FNX, solid frag. Cuts down any real hope at this one.
Well, they continue searching into a snowball, and it's just Roy who, I mean, he can pick up a gun, but then he has to let everybody know where he is.
Yeah, and then he's also got to save it. You know, you got to hang on to that bad boy. Fur going to confirm exactly where he's at. And now the rest of Imperial start to march over.
There it is.
Fur decides. There are attempts here. Sandbag's position being held by Fur. He's going to creep around.
Oh, Jesus, the 4-3.
And now Nikodas is going to walk up. Short player dies to an instant. And then Fur will at least bring it back. But Roy is still nearby. And Fur, as he comes around that side of the smoke, will go down. Man advantage still for Imperial. They've been able to hold it. Here comes Bolts. The key piece to the starts of these rounds could end one in the 5th, but Hooksy in the clutch. 5 kills already. Bomb on his back as he plants on A. And everybody's nearby for Imperial. Hooksy comes up with a gun, gets a quick headshot. Bolt's incredibly low, and that's not going to matter. He's got it.
They might give him this chance. It looks like they will. Yeah, they forgot about the potential for an off. They thought this was going so easily in their favor. Small gap in the awareness. But Bolts is still making moves. Money moves here. Dropping down the ladder into mid.
He's between them.
Yeah, doesn't know. Well, yeah, he does have one on A side.
Yeah, and he knows it.
Hooksy walking it back. Will he clear this?
Oh, Bolts loses!
Oh, that's a clean one from Hooksy. Oh, it's scrappy, but I mean, he makes it happen. And they have no choice but to respect this. Look at the response.
Hooksy's going to die this time, you'd assume. Sure enough, goes down. Bomb plant on the B site confirms it. Fallen and FNX have a difficult task at hand if they want to try to take this chance.
Yeah, it's a slow rotation from FNX to come back up through the ramp.
Yabby and Nikodas still alive and kicking. FNX has the kit and a frag to try and work with. MP9 for Fallen. Does he just jump? Yes. He moves past that op. The first shot rings out. Nikodas is actually in a pretty compromised spot, but even under pressure, he's able to drop Fallen. Frag grenade destined for him. Still in the very same spot. FNX in the open gets that first, but there's no time for a defuse, so Copenhagen Flames find 4.
Oh, what a robbery right there. That's oh man, that's
clean
a
as
kill.
Can be. Fur on the crane. Compromised position. Support from Fallen as the flash goes over. It's perfect! He gets Hooksy down.
15
confirms
seconds.
lots of bodies. Fallen gonna just be trying to hide in sight, but Yabby hits the headshot. We have Fur coming back with more utility as he takes down 2 more, and Bolts comes in from elevator. 4 seconds. There's no chance to plant, and they rob this.
They actually do steal it back. You know what? They didn't do anything except for...
A quarter HP. The Tech 9 even finding a bit more damage, but it's a P250 for Bolts. The AK finds itself into the hands of FNX. Utility starts to be thrown out towards the A site, but as quick as that AK is picked up, it's taken right back down. Hooksy on control. Fallen onto short. Nikadaz on 50. Bolts, he starts to move forward, but Fallen's now gone down. Vinny's op is still alive, and this is movement from the T side, back and forth. The pendulum swings, and the CTs evacuate the A site, which is going to be the end of them.
Yeah, it looks like they're ending A, but, you know, we're not seeing any action for Bolts here in this position. He hasn't checked, however. He's hoping it does come towards him. But Copenhagen Flames will have an open site here. They can move in. No noisy neighbors. They can make themselves at home. Relatively clean go of it. The best points here for Imperial are the Bolts mid holds. They have been at least
Their forte,
Yeah.
these rounds, man advantage. That is their bread and butter. But the Copenhagen Flames
okay.
trying to sour the milk. Fur catches Nikadaz. FNX scoped up as the double op looks to prevail here in round 13. 6-9, best case scenario if Imperial can just close with a sweep of the final three. But everything would lead you to believe that even in rounds like these ones, Copenhagen Flames have what it takes to take it back.
Yeah. FNX playing this one from quad with Bolts on the periphery, waiting.
Again, a little life.
That's for dying on the ramp. Once again, Vinny here to spot. I don't know if there's a molly head the way of FNX, but oh man, it's getting a little uncomfortable there as well. However, there are no Molotovs, so he's in a very fine spot. Longer this round goes on, the more powerful it will become. This means the defense can shift over towards A and reinforce. Ops might be paying off here for Imperial.
Bolt supports Vinny. If these two riflers die, it is a double op retake. Vinny's going to be pressed up close. Roy about to round the corner. Oh, but even with the flashbang popping in the eyes of Vinny, he gets that first kill. 10 seconds. Now Hooksy comes into action. Siphon's close on sight. And the Opper
there it is.
in Fallen stops that bomb. Before again and again. But Siphon hits the headshot. Fur again able to trade. So it seems Imperial can hang on.
Well, that was a kind of a nice way to answer back. Like if Vinny snuck into that spot, there was no one there, then Fur is fine. He doesn't have to do anything. But in that exact position, they can make sure they stay up. One extra player, and now Hooksy and Jabby are left alone. It's like an escape room for the T's that are left over every single time.
Like you said, they like the challenge.
Yeah, they're, I mean, quite an industrious bunch. I mean, we've seen them do a lot with very little.
A shot from FNX. Twice now, that op misses its mark. Fallen is here to try and help, but no. 2 versus 4 bomb stopped. Fur into the mix. He needs to be. As Hooksy grabs back the bomb, Fur is inside of that smoke, in the center of it.
This is risky. Obviously, Hooksy has the same
Trying to phase him,
play
gets
as
it.
him. Yeah, 1-on-2 Bolts.
Over construction he comes. Hooksy not yet playing bomb, instead trying to hunt that frag, looking back behind him. In the open, he fakes the plant, comes around box, and that's where line up here for Fur. Bolts again. So successful. Double kill towards mid. And with Fur on the ramp, locking horns with Nikadaz, it's Vinny over the shoulder to help out. It seems like Imperial finally starting to figure this out. If you tally the amount of times that they had 5v4, but Copenhagen Flames still won the round.
I'm sure the desk will. That is going to be a big thing to talk about. I mean, it's not going to happen. Like, okay, yeah. Shut them down. Shut them down. 6 rounds. I mean, we're at this point, you know, Imperial just looking for this next.
A lot of bodies confirmed. Presence has been seen. It has been heard. And Nikadaz still floating with this fight, flirting with death as he dances on FNX and then follows up onto Vinny. A clean 5v3 for Copenhagen Flames as they take barely any damage. Oh, and he goes right back for more. 3 frags for Nikadaz. Oh, a 4th! Everything he needs on this site. Nika does him dirty. The whole entire ramp is his, and that sends Bolts back to cower in fear. As double digits secured, Nikidaz will fall short of the ace, but so be it. The Flames take 10.
Oh.
But he doesn't go all the way back. He comes in for second servings. Vinny hits the headshot towards middle. And now despite that opening success for the Flames towards B, those players get stranded, and Imperial will sink their teeth into the A site for a very likely 9th round.
Yeah, I said, hey, I hope you like B. You're staying there. That's a big round, and Fur gets some revenge for the fact that, you know, he was starting to get picked off over on A.
And he's been the specialist for Imperial.
Absolutely.
It's this 2017 throwback type form from Fur that got Imperial this far.
Has a lot of pressure that will be applied on him in a second. You better believe that this is going to get mollied out. Vinny starts to encroach, waiting for the exec to come up, and Nikidaz, is he in a spot to even defend himself? No.
He's got cover. They've left him this pocket to play. Roy looks to come over top. He's going to connect it to Bolts, and this hit, this man advantage comes to an end. They let Nikidaz just unravel this. With 30 seconds, no one goes short, and now Vinny, he just wants to save. All he wants to do is hang on, but Nikidaz is breathing down his neck. And
an interesting smoke to help them cross up the sandbags. Okay.
Flames have given them space. Nikidaz, falling.
Wow.
On the edge of that one, insta headshot. Remember, Roy, he's half health, and he gives us nothing. FNX locks in on it. Hooksy, who was once short, is now down to just nothing as well. It's fallen to just crack it open. 100 HP,
wow.
2 kills, and that is from the bottom of the scoreboard.
Okay.
From the very bottom.
The last thing I expected to see was innovation from Imperial. I haven't seen anybody use that smoke to connect the sandbags to the ramp, and he uses that to one-way into the site and get a kill. And at that point, jump up is completely useless. If someone sandbags, you don't jump up. And then they get mollied out of that position and lose all of those entries.
Low contact. Looks to cook Zyphon, who's boosted, sees the advantage. That's a big pickup for him, but he gets stuck on an island in mid. Nades being thrown, flash connects, Fur can't get the second, but Bolts' grenade sure can. And as Yabby comes back to construction, Bolts is just keeping this so occupied. We've got 2 players up the ramp. All that's left of Imperial here is inside of the B site. Yabby's close on green, looks to gun down FNX, bomb plant non-stop, Vinny looking to be killed, as sure enough, Roy comes wide.
Oof.
And the Copenhagen Flames hope to survive his mark. We've got 3 players at the top of the ramp, 20 seconds, and FNX gets into the site. How about a wall bang? It connects with the nade. Down goes the first plant. Bolts picks it up. He's trying to hang on, and sure enough, he will. It's a post-plant position, and a 3v3 that could give Copenhagen Flames 2 match points, 2 chances to do what they have not been able to close. Hooksy on top. And suddenly silence falls across the site. The smoke goes in. Fur goes down. Yabby's in with the kill. 40 health for him. Vinny threw smoke. And now all of a sudden, Bolts comes back as Vinny goes big. It's a 14th for Imperial. They tie.
Oh, they got him. They isolated Nikidaz. A backpack is what...
They got to keep this cool. Roy, good spot, good start, but a better trade from Bolts. The Deagle goes dry off of the first shot, but 30 seconds. And we have already seen Imperial fumble around like this. We're also watching FNX walk into that B bomb site. We are watching Imperial out-rotate Copenhagen Flames. Oh, but Yabby's MP9, that was so sharp. And as a swap to the AK comes in, there are 10 seconds left. Smoke onto the Flames. Yabby's here with Zyphon. Damage done. They're hanging on. They've got it. Overtime on Vertigo. Nikidaz has to be careful. He is standing in the no man's land, and that smoke fades. He brings down Vinny, and Fallen hits that headshot, but Roy's not far off from this setup. First starts to jump, and that sound's been heard. That's a warning sign for Roy. He decides to peek, but doesn't get an engagement. Yeah, just support, just a helping hand. 2 sets of them, in fact.
They're conceding space.
30 seconds.
Try to push up, but right now the CTs, they're on the back foot slightly. Comes down to the rifle work. Zyphon off the corner of the Molotov.
Fallen, looking for the trade. FNX, looking for the spam. Bolts is here to try to help, and he will get that one connected. Bomb jumps into the site, 15 seconds. Won't be able to manage the one in the back as Copenhagen Flames open an OT. They're a gun down. 2 rounds deep in OT and still empty-handed. Nikidaz gets naded out of his initial position. And that could just serve as a trigger for Imperial. They find Hooksy hopping inside bomb site. Roy doubles back, insta-kill V-Fur. And he's got a little pocket of action. He's also got support. Vinny's looking for the duel. Damage being done. They bring it back inside of the site. If it's it's not Yabby, then it's one for Imperial here in OT. And there's an eventual late lurk from FNX from mid. And Yabby, he's not going to see that coming. He's going to tuck on that B site.
Can you hear them in Jenny?
He's got a support to come over. 25 seconds. And that bomb, where is it?
Fallen's waiting. He doesn't expect to get approached upon. And
Siphon's bringing it up from the bottom of the stairs. 15 seconds left to try and get themselves in playoffs. And Fallen, if he looks away, he's done. Siphon comes up, the bomb goes down, and Imperial, they just need to get these last 2 kills. It's over. Another second, another overtime. Hooksy, there's just no time. They fumble the ball because not even kills can make the difference. We go again.
Viddy's getting approached upon. Yeah,
he
gets
knows.
spotted, but he wins his first jewel.
That's huge.
Siphon gets another.
That's the construction player down and Fallen. Flash in assists. Fur on site. Locks in the kill versus Roy.
Happy to aim map.
Nikadaw's low. Hooksy half. But still, he cuts through elevator and then gets around the back of the CT shelf. There are layers.
Will this be calmed? And where does Fur go? What's his itinerary here? Pushing towards short.
He wants the tuck.
2 C's coming up the ramp. They'll be able to spot him. He just needs to get the frag.
Siphon's waiting. Ice cold. Siphon, he gets the first chance at the fight. FNX trying to come over, but remember, there's that deep play from Hooksy, and the op shot from Nikadaw's connects. And if it's not FNX with a 1 versus 3, then Copenhagen Flames take 20.
Oh, he's playing it knowing that there's an op holding this position. Siphon's trying to escape. Nikadaw's hits the shot. He's so low, but he gets the 3rd overtime.
Oh, and already 5v4. Fur barely alive. Nikadaw's with the op shot of all things, and another. They can smell blood. And they've got this one wrapped up on the T side. A flawless T side in double OT.
What more can you ask for?
How could that not spell the end of Imperial?
Yeah, well done. Maybe we'll jinx it. We'll see Fallen and Bolts in the 2-on-5.
Fallen tries to creep in.
Odds could not be lower. Fallen gets spotted.
Doubles back, gets the first one on the site. Hooksy gets dinked in the process. Fallen trying his damnedest. And Bolts has been everywhere, but now he is nowhere to be found. This one looks impossible. 21 rounds to the scoreboard for Copenhagen Flames. A clean sweep of the T side in the 2nd overtime. Utility being thrown forward by Bolts as he chases them down. They run from him, they hide, and the op in Nikadaw.
See it through.
Double op on the T side. Bolts is going to try to go first. 5v4.
There it is. Yabby again.
Just lock this in.
Absolute demon every single time appearing at the beginning of the round just to clip somebody of their wings, and Vinny will answer back immediately, but that trade from the grave from Roy.
Nikadaw's, he's locked into this fight. Fur is trying to hunt him up close. Nikadaw's with the flash. Fur has to look away. Oh, turns it right back into the headshot. We're evened. Javi wants to cross back. There's a gap, and FNX gets caught in middle.
It comes down.
Fallen and Fur put their differences aside, but in 2022, it could fall short. Fur, a clutch. That's all he has to hope for. As the Copenhagen Flames, their hands tremble. Is this finally their time? 2 failed attempts in Stockholm. They had map advantage over top of both Spirit and FaZe and Imperial as well for the first time. 2-0. Is this how it goes? Fur comes around that corner and he sees the shadow. He sees the back. Oh, he fires off. And now everybody knows what's up. 30 seconds left for an impeccable clutch. Siphon's down on top, but there it is! Finally! The 5th time's the charm! The Copenhagen Flames, they lift the curse! They shed their demons and burn brighter than ever before! Playoffs in Antwerp!
Yeah, we're gonna see the Flames in front of a crowd, and they do it after failure in Stockholm. Which